kid at some point in their lives goes to the zoo, but what they don't know is that the animals may be suffering behind the scenes.
When I was 8 years old, I went to the zoo and I actually rode on an elephant and paid to do that. And looking back at that experience now and what that elephant had to go through, I would definitely not put my money into that inhumane practice. It's just awful.
When I was 5 years old, I went to the zoo and I visited the polar bear exhibit. And the polar bear came up to the glass and slapped the glass. And now, looking back at it, it is obvious that this polar bear was suffering from an extreme case of zoochosis.
Have you ever had a bad zoo experience?
Yes, I was at the zoo, supposedly a really great zoo in St. Louis, and it had a gorilla habitat, and my daughter made a face at the gorilla, and the gorilla, with the teeth, and the gorilla came up and slammed against the glass, very angry, so I scared my daughter, but that's kind of a side point. Within like 2 years, the gorillas were so depressed they were pulling their hair out and not eating, and basically depressed and dying.
Have you ever had a bad zoo experience?
Yes, I did.
Can you describe what that experience is like?
Okay, I was in 5th grade, okay, so when I was at the zoo with the other kids, we started making fun of the gorilla, and we started making monkey sounds, and the gorilla was picking up its, how can I say this inappropriate?
Dung?
Huh?
Dung?
It's dung. And it started throwing it at us, and we had to like run, and all our chaperones and our teachers were like pushing us aside, and I don't know what that was about. Well, like, we were kind of making fun of it, so sorry, gorilla, we love you. 5th grade class, Miss Sherman's class.
Us humans, we like to think that we're really different from animals, but that's just not the case. Researchers have found that animals actually display similar cognitive function to humans, meaning they do stuff like make tools, solve problems, learn things. They can even learn languages, like chimpanzees can even learn sign language, and dolphins even have names for each other.
Zoochosis is the general term to describe any of the negative effects that animals in captivity experience.
The reason why us humans, we have these inalienable rights ultimately comes down to our biology. Our brains make it so that when we're not given certain rights, such as the right to be free, we really do suffer. So if these animals exhibit the same sophisticated mindset as us humans, shouldn't they be given the same inalienable rights as well? Have you ever heard of the AZA?
No, I have not.
Do you know what zoochosis is?
Is that when you are so obsessed with zoos that you cannot function?
No!
Do you know what the AZA is?
No.
Do you know what zoochosis is?
No.
Have you ever heard of the AZA?
No.
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 While the AZA tries to ensure the well-being of zoo animals, animals in AZA-certified zoos still experience the symptoms of zoochosis. While zoos try their best to mimic the animal's natural environment, some animals are just unfit to be in captivity.
According to care2.com, some symptoms of zoochosis include pacing and circling, bar biting, neck twisting, head bobbing, swaying, over-grooming, self-mutilation, and vomiting.
Here are some visuals of the symptoms. Zoo animals are not the thoughtless, simple creatures humans often think they are. Imagine if you were locked in a room with strangers for your whole life with only the bare essentials.
It's important to remember that zoos can be useful educational tools, and many of them donate money to good causes like conservation. It is important to consider the well-being of zoo animals and continue to improve their habitat conditions.